What's this? Is Zouk a scam? Let's see.
I hope this doesn't end like Davern and BitConnect. I
Hmm.
honestly hope that, because I myself as a YouTuber have a small following, but the people that I do have on there, you tend to bond with those people, especially the people who are always commenting.
Hmm.
And it truly hurt me to see a lot of people devastated because of what Daver did, because of what BitConnect did, and
Hmm.
it sucks. And I hope nobody loses money. I hope you
Hmm.
withdraw daily so you could at least break even. I hope
Hmm.
these things last long enough so you could get your capital back.
Hmm.
Do I think it's gonna happen? Unfortunately, not. And I don't want to sound negative,
No.
but it
Okay.
happened to me on Dabber, and it happened to Crypto Wolf
Hmm.
on BitConnect and Dabber. You know, and I would really be sad if it happened again, to thousands, if not millions of more people, guys.
Right.
Again, let's think rationally, let's think logically about
Okay.
these things, because, guys, I like making money too, and I would
Me
love to
too.
make the type of money that they promise. You know what I'm saying? It says
They
your journey
promise.
to financial freedom begins here.
What?
Who doesn't want to be financially free? I would love.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Wait a minute. Did he just say they promise to make you financially free? Hold on. Where's the promise? Your journey to financial freedom begins here. Oh, wait, hold on. No, that's not right. Hold up here, guys. That's not what that says. There we go. There we go. That's what we were looking for. We promise. We guarantee. Oh, goodness. Why when I wake up to check to see what's going on in the Zoocoin official chat room, do I see someone post some random video, clearly clickbait? Is Zouk a scam? He is trying to get those views, man. Talking about just talking out of his behind. He's saying things that are not even true. Now, I want to kind of give him the benefit of the doubt. He's trying to warn people about the dangers of a risky platform, but let's just be realistic here. Anyone who gets into these platforms is going essentially to the dark web version of crypto. Like there's no safety here. This is an unregulated space controlled by a small group of people. It's like you're getting into shady stuff when you deal with these platforms. They're offering you returns that are just astronomical and impossible. They sound too good for true. He knew what he was getting into with Devora and still invested and still probably got his following to invest in with him. And now that it's fallen, he's casting off all lending platforms. And, I can understand the logic, but it seems so narrow-minded. And to, on top of that, be making claims that any platform is promising you anything. They make it quite clear in all of their terms of service that they're not promising you or guaranteeing you anything. That's how these platforms work. And let me just try to bring perspective to people here when they watch videos like this video here. You have to understand, when you're getting involved with a platform, you are betting against the house and you're betting against other players. And that's really all it is. You're taking a very high risk gamble for a high reward. The higher the reward, the higher the risk. This goes with all investments. Every time you invest in something, regardless if it's mining or if it's masternodes or if it's just trading something, every time you put your money, your hard-earned money that you're working for, the most time invested money that you have, and you put that into the least time invested investments, you are putting them up for significant risk. And a lot of people argue that people shouldn't, where people should and shouldn't put their money. And there's no right strategy. If you look at every spectrum, every side, every aspect of this crypto space, there is no right place. There's no for sure way to success. Everything is paved with risk. There are people losing their life savings every day, and you see it right here. When you go in here and you see this is down 6%, and this is billions of dollars in their market cap. When you see this is down 1%, 3%, 5%, people are losing a lot of money. And just a couple of days ago, this was down 20%. Some of these were down just double digits down the board. You've got people losing their life savings every day, and then you've got people skyrocketing in value very quickly. You know, this is the game. You don't get into this space thinking, oh, everything's going to be all right and people are going to promise you. No, there's bag holders everywhere. Look at what happened with Nano. This is not a game. You know, this is a group of people who are strategically playing against each other. And you've got people who are smart and you got people who are stupid. When you take a look at the entire crypto space, it seems like a fun opportunity and a really cool investment opportunity to take part of because you feel like you'll make a lot of money. But most people are losing just as much as they're winning because that's the only way that this works. You got people who look at this like it's just a series of steps. You know, if like chess. If you make this move, then I'll counter with this move. And you got people who just look at it like it's checkers. They don't understand any portion of strategy. Some people take this very seriously. Some people work all day 24/7 in crypto like it's their day job. And they don't take it like a game. They just see it as a way to provide for themselves. And they'll do anything and everything to be able to do that. You know, if you try to simplify things, it kind of seems like a game, but with the amount of seriousness that you have taken into account with people who do things like mathematical formulas and research all day long, sometimes 12 hours a day, you know, it starts to feel less like a game. And you've got people who are inexperienced coming into this space, not understanding. Clearly in the video he says he didn't know what he was getting into, didn't read the terms on Devore. That's just step one. You know, whenever you're taking your money and you're putting it somewhere, you have to do your due diligence. And I'm not saying that, like, I'm not trying to defend Zouk coin here. I'm just saying, like, you got to take some sort of level of common sense when you approach this space. And just let's just make something clear. Most of the people who invested in Zouk, I know a lot of people who have made their money back, but I know a lot of people who haven't made their money back, and that's because of their own actions and their own strategies. And if we talk about Devore, right? You want to talk about Devore, lots of people make money on Devore, lots of people lost money on Devore. Of course, the house always wins. That's just how it goes. The house always wins, but the people who were individually invested in Devore, who had nothing to do with the Devore team, some portion of those people made a lot of money, and some portion of those people lost a lot of money. Now, in Devore's particular situation, you had large amounts of people making a lot of money off of Devore through coin exchange. I mean, if you just do your due diligence on what happened with Devore, you can see where a lot of people lost and a lot of people won. And with BitConnect, a lot of people made a lot of money for a very long time. There's only a short time period of when you could have lost money with BitConnect, for instance. The platform was around for maybe 14 months, about, and I think most people who invested within the first 6 months probably most likely made their money back, and those range in the hundreds of thousands of people. But then you've got stupid people who come in at the end of a lifespan of a platform and invest their life savings in it, and it's just like, what are you doing? You know, these types of people who get on YouTube and say, I've lost, don't do it anymore, guys, it's all, they don't realize that people all throughout the spectrum and every aspect of the crypto space are having the same exact experiences to some degree. You know, it varies depending on the stupidity level. Some people do diversify, some people don't. You know, some people have a strategy, some people don't. Some people are emotional with money, some people aren't. You know, you have different levels of intelligence. So you have this is what separates people who usually win on a consistent scale and people who usually lose. You know, so I just hope that when people come to watch videos like this, just understand that you're getting a perspective from someone who didn't do their due diligence, has no trading experience most likely, and invested in something that was on the dark web. They knew that it was on the dark web, but didn't take the right mindset into it. I mean, when I say dark web, I mean like this lending space right now in its current form, its current shape is in the unregulated, unmonitored, unmoderated side of the crypto sphere. That's why the rewards are so high because the risk is so high. So you got people who are investing very early on and flipping their money 4 times over, getting 4x gains in a very short amount of time, which is not even humanly possible in anything else. And you got people who are putting in money and not getting their initial out. You know, these things happen. This is the gamble. But you know, his opinion is his opinion. I'm not going to bash him for his opinion. I just hope that people in these comments that are watching his videos are, you know, taking into account his level of experience and his own, you know, personal strategy that he took to this. So I often come into the Telegram and I'm often, you know, warning people about the risk and the reward of all lending platforms, but I'm not telling anyone how they should or should not invest in something. You know, that's when you cross a line. And you know, if people, it's clear that he doesn't have the winning strategy. But there is no particular winning strategy. You know, there's always going to be someone who wins and there's always going to be someone who loses. So just keep that in mind, and hopefully, you know, we can make a little bit more money moving forward. And if How2Crypto, if you want to hop into the Discord channel and talk, you know, we've got a group of people here, fairly smart. We know quite a bit about the crypto space, and we often talk about lending platforms in general. We keep everyone updated what's going on with them, and we have many strategies that we employ. We sometimes sit in this group for hours at a time discussing the potential outcomes and probability of situations. So feel free to hop in and, you know, discuss your points of view. I'm just saying, like, when I watch this video, it's just like, what is this? You know, I made a video 2 weeks ago about BitConnect and the perspective moving forward, and that's just to recap all of the YouTubers who hopped up on the bandwagon and was like, "Oh, BitConnect's finally down. They scam, they exit scam." And it's like, is that a scam? When a company says that these are the rules of the game, and if such and such occurs, we will end the game. I mean, that's, you know what you're signing up for. It says it on their website. It'd be totally different if they took everyone's money. They gave everyone their money back in BitConnect coins. There's a difference. If someone gives you back the currency that you're purchasing, you're using with them, and they don't like shut down the website and put a 404 up, everyone still had their tokens. You could do whatever you want with your tokens. It was the people themselves whose belief drove down. What they believed it was is what drove it up, and what they believed it was drove it down. So the only people who got screwed were the ones that screwed themselves by pulling out as much value as they can from the coin. The team said, "Here, take the coin. You know, we can't sustain this platform anymore, but we're going to give you guys your coins." And they converted everything into coins. They liquidated all of the investment capital, and at the time of what it was worth, and they just drove it down. And Devore did the same thing. It's you gotta have a clear perspective. Talk about the entirety of the situation. Don't like narrow mind the situation and just say blanket broad stroke everything. Because I could go down the list and tell you about a grip of coins in this top 100 list that look like scams to me. There's a lot of stuff in here that doesn't even have working products. People just gave their money to see something. Hopefully something gets made. I mean, but you hand somebody some money, what's to say they're even working on it? I mean, would you be, if you made an ICO and you got handed millions of dollars, would you be inclined to be working hard and busting your back every day to make sure it's done right and completed? Most people wouldn't. And on top of that, you don't even know, most of the things that are trying to be created here may not even ever be created. There's a good chance that there's probably 60% of these things will not survive. So, you know, just have a broader picture, a broader, you know, opinion, a broader spectrum when you're talking to people about stuff, because it's real dangerous for you to go out there and say something so broad stroked like that. But yeah, that's all I have to say. See you guys on the next video.